Hello, my name is Starlight, and I am reaching out to all of you out there, see how all of you beautiful souls are doing, and I hope that you are working on yourself and trying to be that change that you want to see in the world, or that you are being that change that you want to see in the world. And if you are, keep going. It's a lot of work, and it is worth it in the end. And anyway, besides that, I also want to make sure you're getting out in nature somewhere, either a hike and trail or a bike path or, like a park. And anyway, if you are new to my YouTube channel, welcome. And you can find me on YouTube at Starlight, and that's Kathy with a K, Dingman. And also, you can give this video a thumbs up. And you could share it with your friend, your family member, a black cat, a dog, or, you could also subscribe to my Oopsie YouTube channel, and you could leave a message down below. Bing, 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 bing. I gotta look for something here. I moved it. And don't forget the notification bell. That way you don't miss any videos. And if you want to follow me, you can, and that is at Instagram, and that is at 1995 Starlight, or on Facebook at Kathy with a K, Dingman Starlight. So anyway, I'm really just trying to jump into this because I know I make some of my videos a little too long, and I'm trying to work on shortening these up. Really, seriously, Starlight is she? But anyway, now today is a different topic, and I just went through something the other day, and I'm like, hey, that's a great video to make, because right now, if you don't write to me, I don't know what you're looking for help. So I really just think throughout my whole day, all through the week, thinking, I'm always thinking, those wheels up here are always turning, and trying to think of new things to talk about and see how it goes. It's all I know what to do right now. So anyway, some of you, are working on different things in your life, like sometimes, people are working on relationships, with their family or friends, their loved ones, whether you're married or not, whether you're single, maybe you're searching, maybe you're searching for that one, if you're a guy or a girl. Whoops, I gotta do this right here. And, Starlight's not searching. It's just that, I am working on other things in my life right now. And I know I've made a video before of saying that the universe is your GPS. So this is similar to a topic like that. Is, what happens sometimes in life, this is funny, it's just like using a GPS, and Starlight just went through this the other day. I was like, okay, I know where I want to go. So, okay, sometimes where you got a goal, like maybe we'll say it's a job instead of a relationship. So maybe there's you don't know what kind of job that you want, or you might know what kind of job you want, or you might be open to different kinds of jobs. Maybe you want to switch up. Maybe you realize that the job that you have right now is not serving you. Maybe there's a job that you would love to have, and you want to get there. So it could be an example like that, or maybe it's a relationship that like you know what you desire to have. You know what you like and you don't like, and you've learned a lot of things in life, as far as lessons go. Or you might be on your spiritual journey like Starlight is. So I am working on kind of like a few things right now. As I'm kind of working on a relationship, even though I have not met that person yet, and I'm working on like my financial area, so it's like a job, and a relationship, and my life purpose here, so I'm like kind of like, okay, so I have my mind and heart on 3 different things, a lot of things. Abundance, being abundant, and finances, that way my bills are paid and I have food, and I am grateful, for all the food and, this place where I live, the car that I have. I'm grateful for my phone. I'm grateful for that I can make this video right here, so now the question is, we know what we desire a lot of times. We got at least a clue. Sometimes it might not be all clear of what exactly we want, like jobs, or, sometimes like with relationships, you know who you are, you know what you like and you don't like, and so I'm on a spiritual journey. So now, like the GPS is, like like the universe is like your GPS. And some of you might not use the GPS, or, a lot of guys I've noticed, like in my whole lifetime, they seem to have a really good hang on, like to know how to get around places without using a GPS. I've never met any female really that could just get in her vehicle, unless she's lived there for a long time and she knows her way around really good. That's a different story. But I always seem to think that guys are better at direction than females. But I could be wrong, depending on the guys, I guess, because not all guys are good about direction. And, so anyway, what I learned the other day, and this is why I'm coming up with this topic here, is, like say if you're going to go somewhere, you want to travel somewhere, and just like anything, like relationships or a job or, your spiritual journey, like I am working on my life purpose here, like in my area, say if I wanted to go to the Troy Park where I was today, and, to get there, there's many different ways that I could go there, but because I don't know really how to get there right now, because I'm new to getting there, like it's a 20-minute drive pretty much, and I've noticed how, like when the other day is what happened is that since I'm new at getting there, driving there, is my GPS, I have it, my on the phone, and I have it up in the air, so it doesn't fall, and I can look at it. And at the same time, I have a speaker that's, I have plugged in, and so I have it, the volume, so I can have my music, Starlight loves listening to music when she's driving. And so here I am listening to music, and, I know where I want to go. I want to go to that park, so I can meditate and do yoga, and who knows what else Starlight will do over there. And so I program that in to my GPS. I say, this is where I want to go, that park in Troy. And then my GPS, finds it, gets the map out, and I'm looking at the map. I'm like, okay, we're ready to go. I got my seatbelt on, and so I get off my street, get off on the first thing. I got to go on the thruway pretty much. And, my GPS, I'm going on the thruway on 787. And, the other day what happened is that I didn't realize what was going on at the time. I must have turned my volume down on my phone, and I didn't have my speaker with me. Or no, I had my speaker hooked up. But, I'm looking, waiting for the GPS to tell me what turn, because I know it's coming up. It's one of the exits to, get there. And this is how life is sometimes, sometimes we have lessons that we have to learn in life. And I say that like, oh yeah, like, oh, and we really do. We have to learn things, like in life. And we all are learning different things, no matter how spiritual you are. And, like, there's some people that might be religious, or people that don't go to church or whatever. We're all trying to get somewhere in life, whether on the road or relationships or, a job or whatever. And so sometimes, like the other day is I didn't realize, that I'm like, there's something off, my GPS hasn't been talking to me, and I should have already been getting off the exit because I've only gone there a couple times, and, like, I'm thinking, I looked at the phone to see how many minutes, and now, like, instead of being 20 minutes, now, like, my GPS, the minutes are different now, and I'm like, uh-oh, something's off. I got to figure out why I didn't get off the exit already. And then I realized that the volume was low, too low, where I couldn't hear anything. And anyway, I turned that volume up so I can hear. And it's kind of like the universe. Sometimes we're trying to do things all on our own, and sometimes, like, even if you don't use the GPS, you, like a guy or a girl, you might think, I know my way around pretty good, and, I think I can figure out how to get to that certain place that you're trying to go to. And sometimes, like Starlight, we take the wrong turn, or we miss the turn, and that is how, like, I always looked at, like, a map. When I look at a map, it's like life to me, like the roads and you got one-way streets, or you got the do not enter, sometimes the construction workers are working on the road and you got to wait, or go and shift lanes or whatever, so I always looked at life like the way the roads are. And then there's sometimes you have like a no U-turn, all kinds of different kind of signs. You got do not enter, one ways, dead end roads, dead end streets, let me see, because I lived on a dead end street. So anyway, Starlight missed the turn. So sometimes in life, we might not realize it. Say for instance, like a job. With a job, if you went online Googling for a job, and or even an apartment for that case, and if you are not right on top of things, you could miss opportunities out there, And when it comes to a job that's online, if they just put the job out today, and you didn't get to that site, to see about that job, and say if it was out today, they put it out today, but you didn't go and search for the job until like a couple days later, then you might lose the opportunity that you could have had because you weren't on time for that, that job, or maybe the job you applied to was a couple of days ago, and you've seen it, and you're like, oh yeah, that sounds like a great job, where it was located, and maybe you research the employer to see what kind of, information online that you can get about it. Where is it located? How much money? What are you going to do? Is that kind of a job that you would like? And you're thinking, yeah, I want that job. I really desire to have that job. And but then maybe something happened throughout the couple of days that you got distracted, or something kind of got your attention somewhere else where, now it's been a couple of days later, you didn't apply for the job yet. So there's that big 2-day space that, like other people are going to be wanting that job. It's a great job. You love it. You think that it's going to be great. You think it's going to be a good fit. But 2 days later, you didn't even fill out the, like a lot of times things are online now. Not, I don't even know if they do any paper applications anymore, so you might miss opportunities if you, don't really stay on top of things. And that goes same as apartments, or a house to buy, depending on what you're looking for. When I got this apartment, I seen the price. It was like, wow, really where I live, it's pretty cheap in this area. I did try to I wanted a bigger space a while back, to see how much it would cost. Besides I was looking for a place for my brother before, and I looked online. I'm like, you gotta be kidding. Wow. I was just so shocked at the prices, how they jumped up and compared to what I am paying for one bedroom, where there was other one bedrooms, and I'm not going to tell you how much my place costs, but I was like, wow, that's a lot of money for a one bedroom apartment. Here I'm paying such and such amount, and they wanted like maybe $300 more for a one bedroom apartment, and I was like, wow, so it wasn't my timing for a two bedroom place. I wanted something more space because I got a lot of artwork in here, you know. So anyway, um, besides missing that turn, that exit is, so anyway, the GPS was redirecting me, because, you know, it was trying to let me know that I missed that opportunity there. I'm just going to say that, so the GPS, while the universe is like a GPS, and you get numbers and signs and symbols that have meanings and stuff. And the archangels are here guiding us all. Well, they are out there, but if you don't ask for help, they can't really help you out. But they're always trying to help us out. They're always around us all the time, whether you're aware of that or not. So if you are not aware of the signs that the universe has for you, then you're going to miss out on opportunities that are there available for you. And so Starlight missed the exit, and it's kind of funny. The GPS was going to take me another exit, and somehow another Starlight wasn't quick enough when I was watching my GPS. Where I kind of wasn't quick enough where I went past another exit, and I'm like, oh man. It was one of those funny mornings that I was having. I'm like, ooh, but I was still positive. I'm like, I'm going to get to that park, no matter what, no matter how, I'm going to get there, and that's about how I feel with my life journey and what I'm working on, my goals and the things that I need to really work on right now is sometimes in life that, we might not get there the way we were wanted to get there, Sometimes, we have to take a different route, because there might be lessons that we have to learn somewhere else so we can be better prepared for what the universe has in store for us. So there might be lessons along the way that we have to learn, in life. And so I was bound and determined the other day that I am, and I know that GPS, one way or another, is going to get me to that park. And so anyway, I made sure the next time, because now what would have been only 20 minutes, might have been like, 25 minutes. So when that happens, where it can mess up your, instead of getting what you wanted before, like an apartment or a job, it might be possible that apartment wasn't for you anyway. It might be possible that that job wasn't for you anyway. So you want to not beat yourself up, because of sometimes we do get lost opportunities that maybe it wasn't lined up for you. Maybe somebody else needed it more than you do right now, So that's a hard thing. You really might need that job, to have money so you can pay for your bills and everything, or, that apartment, you're like, you need to get out at a certain time at your apartment, but maybe somebody else really, that was a better fit for somebody else to get instead of you this time. maybe you were not a good fit with the landlord, or maybe the location, or maybe the apartment, or, you know, the landlord, how they keep the place up. Maybe it wasn't a place that down the road. Maybe the tenants there that live there are not good tenants. You know, maybe that you were not going to get along with the tenants. Maybe they're, you know, or, you know, it could be so many different things. Maybe, you know, there's a dog that's there, you know, and it barks all the time, and, you know, it's going to keep you awake, you know, depending on what hours you sleep. So, sometimes that happens in life where things don't go the way exactly how we planned them or how we desired them to work out, you know. So anyway, Starlight did take the right exit the next time, which is kind of funny. It was on the right-hand side of me, you know, and so anyway, it was bringing me to the city in Troy, and you know, I'm driving through, and it let, you know, because now I didn't get off the right exit, the 2, 3, who knows how many exits before, the one that I should have taken the first time around, which would have been the quickest way, you know, to get to the park, because I missed the other, you know, so really I missed, like, who knows, like 3 exits already now, you know. So now it's going to take me a different route, a route that I didn't take a couple of days ago, you know, or a few days ago in that case, you know. So now, you know, the GPS is taking me the longer route that I would have been taken. And so I'm like, oh, okay, you know, this is not the way it was, but of course I wasn't on the right exit anyway. And so it is kind of weird with my GPS. I'm hearing it now because I got the speaker on and the volume's up. And, you know, would you believe the GPS was telling me I had to take a right-hand turn, and I'm looking at my GPS to look at the picture, but I sometimes this happens that, you know, there's 2 right-hand turns, one right after another, and I don't know my way around, and I'm trying to look at the GPS, and I missed a turn again. I'm like, wow, Starlight, you're amazing today. You know, I was like, oh my, this is so embarrassing. You know, but I'm still determined. I am, you know, that GPS is going to get me there. And that's really how really the universe is, you know. No matter how many times we take a wrong turn, you know, and we're trying to get somewhere, we're going to get it. It might take longer than we thought, you know. It might take us the long way to get in there. You know, we might have to go through obstacles to get to that place that we want to get. And, you know, you might have construction workers, you know, and, you know, I see this on the road where, you know, like in different times, you know, where I get, I've had a lady before that got really upset with me, you know, in my area, and I'm like, wow, she's having a day, you know. You know, she might be one of those people that has to have everything her way and right away and all that, and it really depends on how she was brought up, you know. You know, sometimes it's what happens to spoiled kids when they get everything when they want it and how they want it, and then, you know, the real world hits them in the butt later on when they get on their own, and they, you know, their mom and dad didn't bring them up a way that was right for them to realize that things just don't happen when you want it. So, and when it comes to driving anywhere, I was always taught, like, to, if you're, you know, Starlight messes up on this sometimes, you know, where you gotta leave ahead of time. That way, if things do happen, you can get there on time, you know, because in case there's a roadblock or this or that, you know, you've got plenty of time to get there. Then you could be on time or even early, you know. So apparently, you know, that happens sometimes. People are in a rush, you know, and that's the other thing that I've learned in life, and Starlight is really not big onto this, you know, about taking shortcuts. You know, I've learned shortcuts really is not always the greatest thing. You know, I used to walk a lot, you know, So sometimes people might take the shortcut, but maybe you're missing out on things that you need to learn on the, by being more patient, because taking the shortcuts, it's that you're not that patient to wait, and take the long way to get there. Instead, you're taking the short way to get there, where maybe there was something for you, like on the long way, maybe there's something that you were supposed to see on the way in life, some people make the wrong choices in life and where they're trying to get somewhere, and instead of doing it all on their own, they try to take the shortcut by like, hey, you know what, somebody so-and-so invited me to stay at their house, and they would give me this and give me that, and where hey, it seems like an easier way of working, to get what I'm working on or what I desire to have in my life. So they end up staying with other people. And, the weird thing is that they might think that they're going to get to where they're going quicker, but it could really could really not be the greatest choice, because, sorry about that, by living with other people, there, there's so many things that go along with that, so, and, you got to live with other people, you got to deal with their routines and all that stuff, and, like the noise, the sound, and, like who's going to use the bathroom first, and, so you got to deal with a lot of stuff. If you were patient enough, and like, no, you know what, I thank you for the offer, but you know what, I really got to do this on my own. I've learned in life that was the best way for me to do things, even though I took the hard way, the long way to get there. I still got there. I was determined that I was going to get that job, so sometimes that's what we got to do, is to be patient for the things that the universe has in store for us, because if we get impatient and we want things when we want it, that's when we're going to make the wrong choices, and then there's going to be extra lessons to learn, where it's like, you were too impatient, or you might not get exactly what you wanted because you were not patient enough to wait for that. Maybe you get something, but it's not exactly what you wanted, like a relationship, right? There might be a guy or a girl that you have your heart set on, and if you're not patient, and if you're in a rush to hurry up and get with them, things, can get messy, where if you rushed into it and maybe they weren't the right one for you anyway, and then you hurried up and jumped into it, and you find out, oh my, what did I do? Because now you're finding out about the person, because now you're living with the person, and you're not satisfied or happy, and, where your heart really is on somebody else or something else, and, where taking the shortcut or being too quick about things, could be a lesson for you. Now you're involved with this relationship and you're not even happy with it. Now you want to get out, before you even get fully in. And, where that could have been a lesson to be more patient, instead of jumping into something that you're not sure of, So, anyway, with those two roads, sometimes that's happened. Sometimes, there's two different things going on that, was it the first turn or was it the second turn? And Starlight did. She went on so the GPS took me a different way, I couldn't believe how many times I was actually making the wrong turns. And, like right now I'm on a spiritual journey. And to let you know, though, this month is going to be really, I'm going to be definitely tested this month every day, 7/28 of 2023. So Starlight has got to face a lot of stuff this month here, coming up in the month of my birthday time, so I'm looking forward to so many things this month because it is my birthday. It's like a celebration for me, So, but, it's kind of funny. I kind of knew that this was going to happen on this month here. And so I am going to be tested, and I know where Starlight wants to go, but I have to be patient, and trusting in the universe that the universe is going to take care of everything in my life, financially, mentally, physically, that all my needs are going to be supplied, and, I'm in a higher love with somebody out there that I have to really work on myself and be positive and trust in the process that I'm going through. And I'll tell you, I can't tell you really what's going on right now with Starlight, but no matter how things look for me, I have to be positive in my life right now. Right now is so important. It's so important that I am around people that are positive, that I'm doing my guided meditations, that I am checking out the numbers and signs and symbols and all that stuff that the universe has, and that I'm being positive every day, and I stay focused. I don't let anybody to trip me up. I really don't have anybody in my life right now anyway. So the month of August is going to be interesting. And like the universe already let me know that I don't need to worry. Everything's going to be taken care of. Okay? And I believe that. I believe that everything is going to, no matter how scary this trip is for Starlight, everything is going to be great. I don't want to say fine. I don't even like that word fine. So everything, no matter how it goes at the end of this month, in the long run, God has a plan for me. That is all I know. God has a plan for me. It's like going on those rides at the, fairs. Starlight has not been at a fair. My son might have been like about 5 years old. That's how long ago it's been that I've been at a fair where they have all those crazy rides. So, the last time actually, I didn't even go on a ride at that point. So, no, actually, the last time I've been at a fair, and they do have them coming at this time of year in my area, at the end of July and August, or actually the end of August, and, depending on where you are, but through summer months when the kids are out of school, they have these fairs to go to. And actually, really, the last time I went on one of those fairs is when I was pregnant with my daughter. My daughter's 34 years old, and I was nauseous on the ride that I don't even remember if I got sick or not because I was pregnant. I wasn't, aware that I was pregnant at the time, so, and the whole time throughout my whole life, I didn't want to go back on those rides because I kind of was afraid of those kind of rides. But, lately I've been wanting to go on one of those rides. Say, hey, let's go to a fair and just go on one of those rides to see if I'm afraid or not. But that's about how I feel right now, is that Starlight's going to go on one of those rides, and, whether I'm scared or not, I got to get on that ride. I gotta get on, and I gotta let go of fear, and I gotta let go of doubt, and see where that ride is going to take me. I am really curious to what the universe has in store for Starlight coming up, and I can't really tell you what is going on right now in my life, I don't believe. So I need to be positive no matter how this looks. And that's why it's so important, in life sometimes it's how it is. Sometimes you might be going through stuff and it could be challenging where, fear and doubt can definitely pop up, in your mind, or if it's not in your mind, other people might be afraid for you, where their fear, they put their fear onto you and they worry about you and they're like, hey, if what you're doing doesn't work out, I would like to help you, so, to make it easier for you or whatever if it doesn't work out, So you do got to really be careful, and sometimes you might be thinking, hey, that's a great thing that they're looking out for you, but is it? You know, what if you have to go through what you're going through? You got to. There's no way out of it. You have to. You got to get through this one way or another. And that just, that other couple days ago, did Starlight ever make it to the park? Absolutely. I made it there, but it wasn't the way I was hoping to get there, and that's how the universe is. It's never when we think it's going to happen or how it's going to happen. What's really important is that you did it. You're going to do it, and I'm going to do this. I got challenges, facing right now. I am facing these challenges, throughout this month was a really tough month for me, working up to get into the month of August, so each day I'm just going to take one day at a time. I'm letting go of fear and I'm letting go of doubt. And I've been doing my guided meditations every day, and I'm asking for clarity to the universe. Starlight needs help here, and, I'm going to put my pride down and ask the universe to guide me. And sometimes it's what we got to do. We got to put our pride down and ask the universe for help. God, ask God, the universe, for help. It's the same thing, so like if you're looking for a job, and you might be confused at, ask the universe, archangels, can you guide me to the kind of job that will be great for me, that is for my great, like my highest version of me, help me to find that right kind of job, where it's located right, where, they will respect me, where I get paid what I'm worth, even like a relationship, maybe you want to fall in love and get married down the road. Ask the universe, ask the archangels, they are, but of course you're going to have to work on yourself. I have to let you know that, you definitely have to work on yourself, and that way then, you can prepare yourself for that relationship. And that's what Starlight has been doing for years now, is I've been preparing myself. I got habits that I'm working on. I'm doing better. I am doing better with some of the habits that Starlight has, and they're not that bad. I mean, there's it's not the, I just want to correct those things now in my life. So when I do meet my twin flame, and, when things in the future, when I finally meet this person and later on, it's like we're dating, but, we haven't met yet, is when we get married, and when we are living together, or whatever order that is, because I'm not going to have sex before, I'm going to definitely not have sex before I get married, and I am strong enough to live with somebody, without having sex. And I know the person that I desire, that, he's a strong man, that he can handle that stuff. He's definitely showed me that, So anyway, you definitely got to be patient, and you got to trust the universe, whatever you're working on. And everything doesn't work the way you think it's going to work. So don't get all upset because, when Starlight was going to the park, did Starlight get mad? I missed how many turns? I mean, like 3 or 4 turns, or even more, to get to that park. But the whole message of this video is I got there. I was bound and determined. I didn't get upset. I didn't try to, I just listened to that GPS, that, the universe is like, oh, okay, Starlight, you took the wrong turn. That's all right. Here's a different way that you can go to still get, that's what you want. You desire a man to get married, your twin flame. Okay, we got you. You desire to be prosperous and abundant with finances and have money where you can go out and buy clothes that you would love to have, buy the kind of food that you weren't able to afford before. Now the universe has got it all set up for me. Everything that I desire is there. Now I just have to do the work, and I have to be patient, and I can't get, desperate. I got to trust in the process, and that's the whole point, is that I got to trust in the process and trust that the universe has got my back, because the universe does. And that's why you got to be careful. Sometimes people will come along and they will trip you up. You're trying to stay focused and believe that the universe is going to supply all your needs, supply your food, your rent, your bills, pay your bills, pay, like your national grid bill, pay your internet, pay for your cell phone, make sure that you're not too hot, make sure you have AC, make sure the rent is paid, make sure you got plenty of food, make sure you're able to clean your laundry. That's why I'm so grateful every day for every single thing I have, not to take any of my stuff for granted, not to waste the food that God gives me. Absolutely not. Starlight does not waste food. One way or another, like I got food in my refrigerator right now, I kind of forgot it because I ate other food. I'm not throwing that food away. It is not going in my garbage. I'm going to bring it out in the woods somewhere, and there's going to be a hungry animal that's going to say, wow, I like this. This tastes pretty good, and it's not going to mess them up. I necessarily, it's not good for me to eat. They got stronger immune systems than I have, but that is not going to go in the garbage, So I am not wasteful. I can't throw food in the garbage, so you really do. You got to take care of what you have. And if you are working on something, be strong. Don't let people come along and say, hey, if that doesn't work out, come over here, because then if you go over there, that means that you're not trusting. You know how many people right now want to help Starlight out? Hey, Starlight, if that doesn't work out, hey, come over here, I'll help you out. I'm good. No, the universe has got my back. I know and I believe and I trust that the universe has got my back. I've got so many signs that I am abundant. I just put a plaque, not a plaque, but it's a jade Chinese decoration that goes on the wall, and I went and took it to a store at the mall last night, and I said, yo, is this made out of ivory? What is it made out of? What is it? And the guy was so sweet. He told me, because they sell little miniature ones that I had, and I couldn't find it online, didn't know if it was ivory or not, but it was made out of jade. And he goes, do you know what it means? Because it's got Chinese symbols on there and stuff like that. And I'm like, no, I've had this since, like my daughter was starting off in school, and he said it means prosperity. And he goes, I said, I've had it in a box all these years. I've had it in my, since my daughter's 34, and that has been in a box, like 30 years, not 30 years, but like 28 years, in a box, and I just kept on hanging on it, thinking it was made out of ivory, so I was thinking, hey, maybe it's worth some money, Starlight definitely could use some of that, but I am abundant. The universe has got my back. And the guy said, you want to really put that on your wall. And, guess what Starlight did? When she got home yesterday, and the funny thing is, before I finish this video, is the centerpiece fell off. And I didn't know how it's supposed to go. And I got some of my glue, and I glued it back on there. And find out I glued it upside down. And he said, when he looked at it, and he told me what it meant, prosperity. And I've been getting so many signs from the universe about abundance and good luck, and things are coming my way all over the place. I'm like, butterflies landing on me, all these symbols. And he said, with the centerpiece that's made out of jade, when I glued it and put it back on there, I glued it upside down. And he said, when they make these things, and if it's upside down, that means double prosperity. So it is here. It is here. I am trusting in the universe that I'm going to be like a horse. I'm going to put my hot blinds on, and I am going to be bound and determined one way or another it's going to happen. What I desire. It is so important. And whatever, the universe got in store for me, I'm going to learn lessons and it's going to help me to grow. So don't be afraid if you're going through a financial problem or a relationship problem, maybe a job or a location, no matter what kind of thing or what kind of challenge that you're going through, stay focused, work on yourself. Do the work, though. You definitely got to do the work. Do affirmations, the I am affirmations. Do guided meditations. Listen to the universe. Don't let everybody to throw you off track. That's exactly what the way this matrix is. There's going to be people that are going to try to throw you off and no, I don't like what you're doing. I don't agree with what you're doing. I don't think what you're doing. Don't live off of other people's belief systems. You got to trust and believe in yourself and know that the universe has got your back no matter how scary it looks, just like those rides. Those rides look scary, They do. I do want to go out on one of those rides and, to break free from that fear, So anyway, I really hope you get a lot of help from this. And, one way or another, whatever you're working on, you're going to get there. You've got to trust it. You might have to learn some things. You might have some roadblocks in the way. Though, when I get dreams about roadblocks, I don't like when I get that. But, I'm learning that those roadblocks will help you. Those, it will help you. It's something that you need, to learn, So anyway, I love you. You can give this video a thumbs up. You can share it with a friend, a family member, your cat, your dog, birds. You can subscribe to my YouTube channel. You can ring the notification. You can leave a message down below. Beep, 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 beep. And you can follow me on Instagram, and that's at 1995 Starlight, or on Facebook at Kathy with a K, Dingman Starlight. So anyway, I made this longer than I wanted. Sorry, guys and girls. So anyway, I do love you, though. I didn't know how I was going to, explain that. That's explain this, so that's why. So anyway, I do love you, and I hope that you were able to watch the whole, because sometimes people stop a video before it's finished. Well, you didn't get the other stuff at the end, So anyway, I do love you. This is Starlight. Love and light. Peace.